Hey there, Capricorn. Welcome to your reading for the week of April 2nd. This week, definitely check out astrojar.com for more awesome readers and astrologers. Also, this week, I'm still doing 50% off 3-month readings, so you can get one of those in the link in the description below. But let's see what's going on for you. I would say success this week for sure. A lot of successful cards, a lot of good things coming up for you. This is the Six of Diamonds. Six of Diamonds is a very good card of success, getting things that you want, but it does say you need to open up. It can be a card of being too withdrawn at this time, and not willing to kind of do things that you need to do to be successful at this time. So don't be afraid to open up at this time. Don't be afraid to speak up at work. I always say this is a card where, like, at work you have an idea and you don't say it, and then like a week later somebody else says it and they get all the credit. So open up. Don't be nervous. Make sure to kind of avoid the nervousness thing, and share your ideas. If you have your own business, don't be afraid to try new ideas, any of that stuff at this time. Amazing card for creativity, and I would say it's a very creative week for you. I'd also say it's a great week for brainstorming. I would say thinking about things mostly, and kind of putting those things into action. You also have the Queen of Clubs. Again, I got the word thinking on this card, not normally what it represents. Well, I guess what it could say is this can be somebody who is very calculating, somebody who's very thoughtful and thinking about the things that they're going to do. Normally that would be in a negative way. I don't really excuse me, I don't really feel that this card is being very negative this week. So again, I'm not really worried about that. I would say, but still at the same time, be careful of people who seem too nice or off to you this week. But again, I don't really feel overly negative about this. Next, you have the Ace of Spades, card of cutting things out for you this week. I would say that Capricorn, Pisces, and maybe a couple other signs are really focusing on kind of getting rid of things that they no longer need, cutting things out. This could be in your diet, in your house, could be anything really. And I feel like those signs, what I think it's about is focusing on being efficient and making our lives more efficient, easier, smoother, all that other stuff. So I think that's why this is coming up. Next, you have the Nine of Hearts, getting something you wish for, getting something you want, and victory. Again, I think that this week for you, now that I say it, is actually about making your life smoother, making things easier. And I feel like you will feel victorious if you do that, if you start to work on making things that could be easier in your life. This card can also represent long-distance relationships, dealing with somebody from a long distance, so some of you could be doing that as well. But mostly just a great card of wishes and victory coming your way this week. Next, you have the Three of Clubs. I feel like you are getting a second chance this week. I think that's what this is saying. You're kind of getting another chance to do something that you've been working on, or to do something you've been hoping to do at this time. It's also an amazingly creative card, so again, get creative this week, especially if you own a business. I think it would be a great week for you to try new things, to try anything creative at this time. This card in some card reading systems is called the fighter, or fighting, something along those lines. It has kind of two meanings. That could be literally getting into a fight, so I'd say avoid all arguments this week. A couple of signs have had that message, but it can also represent you just being a fighter, which Capricorn I believe is, and so you could just have that fighting spirit this week as well. And finally, you show up as a Jack of Diamonds, kind of feeling refreshed and renewed this week and at the beginning of things, and kind of feeling like you're on a better path, I feel like saying as well. So I think that this whole message about making your life smoother and kind of focusing on ways to do that would be a really good idea for you this week. So that's what I would focus on if I were you, kind of getting rid of the extra stuff and making sure you're making your life a lot easier. That's what it looks like to me. Looks really good. So thank you for watching and enjoy your week.